Welcome back to another daily update here in the Creepy Crawler's Garage, and we're continuing to prepare for filming next month the CCG 2084 series. And in doing so, we've started fitting the driver and the gunner for the TRX project. We've also continued working on Willys Bar Grill. So let's go ahead and head on in, take a look. Don't go anywhere. Continue working on Willys Bar Grill, and we're going to be adding a top balcony up here on the second floor. So there'll be second floor access to a balcony that's going to be going up top here. And I want to build a railing up front and, of course, on the two sides also, obviously to keep people from falling off or drinking a little too much and, tipping over the side. So I want to have a railing. So what I went ahead and did is I started doing some posts like this. I don't know if you can see, but there's actually a red LED, a 5mm red LED in the bottom of this post. This post is completely hollow. And then what I thought I'd do is I'd probably have, I think it's going to be about 5 or 6 of these posts along the top here. And then I've got some clear acrylic that slides into these slots. And then, so you have another post here, more acrylic, another post, more acrylic. And then those red LEDs are going to shine up through the center of the post here, and then hopefully give some red glow to these clear pieces. Now this has protective coating on it. This will be perfectly clear, and it should give it a nice red glow. We'll have it coming from this side and that side. And I think that'll look pretty good up top, acting as a railing up there. Now, of course, we'll be adding some tables and chairs, things of that sort. I'm going to add some flooring up top there. Also, a kind of a futuristic tile floor, I think, up top. And then it'll be access from the second floor. Now that second floor will be in the big box behind all this. It's the permanent part of the building. This whole part here, if you remember right, this is actually all finished. I put in the top piece and some side pieces here. So this is actually finished, and this will be able to be moved away. And that gives us 2 foot by almost 2 foot. I think this is about 20 inches tall here, access into the bar and grill to do filming, to do stop motion and all that. But anyways, I'm going to add those railings. I wanted to have that done today, just wasn't able to get it done. Still working on the tile flooring that's going to be going up there, so I wasn't able to get it done. Should have that hopefully done for next update. We can take a look at it. Anyways, let me know what you think so far. Let me know down in the comments below. You like the idea for kind of a lit railing and clear glass, plexiglass, probably bulletproof glass, whatever, kind of railing. Let me know what you think about that down below. Got the TRX project back out in the garage because we needed to fit the driver and the gunner. Now, for you guys that are new to the channel, or maybe you just don't remember, this is actually a Traxxas TRX4 that we've heavily modified into an apocalyptic style truck that we're calling the TRX. And basically all the exterior is done, but I've been holding off on finishing out the interior because I needed the figures to figure out where the seats need to go. So for fitment on the seats. So as you can see, the driver and the passenger kind of sit very differently. The driver is actually sitting much lower and forward. The gunner is back and up, but that's to get accurate positioning of these figures in the truck. And I needed the figures, obviously, to be able to figure out where that was, which we've actually got done now. Now, behind the driver is where we'll end up putting the ESC, and then I'll need to put a receiver somewhere in too. We'll figure out a place for that. But at least now we've got the driver and gunner kind of figured out where they're going to be placed. And I think it's pretty cool that we got the two guys. They look very similar. I think these are going to be our twins here that work in the shop. One as the driver, one as the gunner. I left the jacket on the gunner, but I pulled the jacket and all his accessories. In fact, his little accessory belt here, I had to pull off too, because they actually have these canteens that kind of go on the backside of him. It was making it a little bit difficult for him to sit in the seat. So I've just pulled all that off of the driver. He'll just go without a jacket. But I thought it looked pretty cool having the jacket on this guy kind of up and over the seat. But anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the interior. And in fact, let me get... give me a second. I'll put the body on and get everything set up, and we'll take a look how it looks with the body on and the drivers inside. With the body on the TRX, you can see the figure actually lines up pretty well with the driver's side window, and you can see him clearly through the mesh we put in there. And that was exactly what I wanted. I want to make sure that you could see the driver through the side window while this is driving around. You'll be able to see that there is a driver in there. And then imagine this too. Imagine everything's dark, and we got a bunch of LEDs in there just glowing on the inside of the truck. So all you're going to really see is the driver. And if I turn it this way, I know it's too dark now, but you can actually see see the gunner back there holding onto the gun through the windows also. So once this is lit up, I think that's going to look really cool with the gunner back there holding onto the gun. I think it's going to make some really cool shots. We can do some close-up interior shots. We can pan away or pull away, and we'll still be able to see the driver and everybody driving in the vehicle. We'll have the missile launcher that's moving back and forth. We can have the gun moving back and forth, these popping in and out, the back windows popping open, all that stuff while we're driving around. I think it's going to make for some pretty cool shots, or at least give us a lot of liberty to do some really cool filming with the TRX-Z. And I think I'm pretty happy with how the driver fits in there. I know he looks a little small. It's because this is a 10th scale truck. That's a 12th scale figure. So the figure is a little undersized, or the truck's oversized, whichever way you want to look at it. I'd rather it that way. I want the trucks and the cars, the RC part of the series, to be the focus. So I'd rather them oversized and the figures undersized, just to give more focus on the vehicles rather than the other way around. So I think that's perfect, how that's going to fit and how they're going to interact together. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the TRX-Z. Let me know what you think about the interior so far and how it's coming together. If you have any other ideas, of course, let me know down in the comment section. And then there was one other thing I wanted to do. Let me just kind of pan up a little bit. How cool does it look with the TRX-Z parked out front of Willys Bar and Grill? I think this is going to look, it's going to make some really cool shots. Imagine some fencing over here in an alleyway. Imagine another building over here. And then we got the truck stopped out front. The guys get out and go inside. And then we do some interior shots. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Thanks for joining me again for another daily update here in the Creepy Crawler's Garage. And before you go, I was going to just get some help from you guys if I could. So I'm starting to put the storylines together for CCG 2084. And basically there's, I guess, let me clarify a little bit. There's going to be 3 aspects to every episode in the series. So these episodes are going to be long format. So they're going to be, I'm thinking 24 minutes or so, 24, 26 minutes long. And there's going to be 3 aspects to every episode. So basically we're going to have the run aspect where we're driving the trucks, the characters are with the vehicles, doing whatever it is as far as a run video, what I'm going to call a cinematic run video, or the cinematic run video portion of the video. So they're going to be going from point A to point B. They're going to have to get somewhere, traverse something, do whatever. That aspect. And it's going to involve running the trucks and a little stop motion with the vehicles around the truck, right? Or with the figures, I'm sorry, stop motion with the figures around the truck. So that kind of aspect. And then there's going to be a build aspect. I know there's a lot of you guys that enjoy the RC shop episodes where we built things. So there's also going to be the build aspect of every episode. So we're going to be building something. We're going to be putting something together. The guys are going to be putting something together. I'm not. So everything is going to be, I'm not going to be in these series. It's going to be all the guys that work in the shop are going to be building a truck, a car, or whatever, a build aspect. And then of course there's going to be stop motion surrounding that also. And then the third aspect is the story. So over top of all that, umbrellaing all the aspects is going to be a storyline. So you're going to have the run video, you're going to have the build aspect, and then of course they're going to have to go get the parts. They're going to go have to source those parts. So that's where you get the run aspect. And then there's going to be storyline to get all that going on. And basically it's going to be an A-B storyline. So you're going to have the A side, which is where they're building, going to get the parts for all that. And you're going to have the B storyline, which is what's going on in the city. So they're going to have to traverse the city for storyline A to go get the parts, to come back to build something. But then there's going to be storyline B, and that's what's going on in the city. So maybe something's going on with the outsiders. Maybe, like we had talked about before, maybe we got an election going on. But it's that B storyline. It's that other storyline, and the two come together, but you actually have 2 different storylines. But let me stop rambling on about how the episodes are going to be written and what I need help from you on, which is the build aspect. So we got to have a truck to build. Now, so I was going to get your thoughts on what should we build first? What should the guys in the CCG garage in 2084 be building? Now, I was going to give some suggestions. If you remember right, we were working on the Velociraptor. And this is what I was actually thinking of. Let's build the Velociraptor. That's the 6x6. That basically is the same Raptor body we used for the TRX-Z, but we were turning it into a 6x6 on a Unimog chassis. Maybe that could be what they're working on. They need a bigger vehicle. Maybe they're building the vehicle for Zuber. So we still got to build Zuber's vehicle with the crazy wheels and all. Maybe they strike a deal with Zuber to make a trade for some scrap and stuff if they build the vehicle, something to that effect. So maybe if you want to see Zuber's vehicle built first. Now, also keep in mind, if we don't build like Zuber's vehicle, or if you remember right, there's going to be a gun dealer that I wanted to put in a Winnebago. Those won't necessarily be the build projects in the series. We will build those in the daily updates, behind the scenes, and you'll get to see that. It just won't necessarily be in the series, and you won't necessarily know how that vehicle is going to be used in the series. So you're not going to get any hints at the story. You got to watch CCG 2084 to find that out. But I did want to get some thoughts from you. Think back to all the previous episodes. What have we been working on? I've been trying to think about it. Or is there something totally new you might want to see? I'm trying to keep budget down a little bit, so I'd rather something I already have sitting around. But I know we had the 6x6. We have Zubers we've got to do. I'm trying to think of some other vehicles. Maybe we can do something with the Monster Beetle. Remember, we got a Tamiya Monster Beetle sitting around. I've got the old shop truck on the SCX 10-2 chassis that's sitting around. Maybe we can do something with that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. And as always, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, patrons and channel members. You guys make all this happen. All the financial end of this, you guys make that happen. I really do appreciate it. And hey, leave me those comments below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on those notifications so you know when these updates come out. And when the series starts in December, you'll get notified. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.